First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. The return starts from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to begin, it's Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And open downfield, it's Johnson. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They bring their tight end right. Stafford now on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion. A run up the middle, it's Sanders. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
They'll run with Emmanuel Wilson. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 23-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now here's Aaron Jones. He's to the 10. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Packers.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7 0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end left. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Here's a screen now for Sanders. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Moving the tight end right. On 1st down, it's Stafford. That's complete. It's Sanders. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
The motion man is Johnson. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Stafford to throw again. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll run with Sanders. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Lions.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over for their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Jones. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He's going to look for the home run ball. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
We have a tight end motioning left here. Stafford now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Mark down at the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Working out of the gun, Stafford. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Badgley for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 2. Play action now with Rodgers. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
A run on 1st and goal. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Tight end going in motion here. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
From the 2-yard line yet again, what can they do on 3rd and goal? throwing, Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did not possess the ball while having both feet in bounds. Missed opportunity there, incomplete.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Joseph's kick is good. And the Packers are back within 4 at 14-10.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. First down, Stafford. That one complete to Johnson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Here's a handoff to Sanders. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll find his rookie wideout from Notre Dame. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 14-10 is our score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. One of the tight ends in motion right. 3rd and 2, Stafford. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Oh, short gain there to about the 22. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers now. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
3rd and long for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. Short pass taken in by the tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On play action, it's Stafford. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On the handoff, this is Sanders. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. Taking it down, this one is caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Stafford now on 3rd down. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds just past the marker. The ball was in the proper place for a new set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Rodgers. To the right side here, pass is caught.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They try and run for the first down with Jones.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
First and 10. On play action, Rodgers. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start first and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. On first and 10, Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these 2 guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
On second down, here's Stafford. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and Frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throw it on third down, Stafford. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They send the tight end in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. Throwing right. It's taken in. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down, Packers.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A run. It's Jones. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will cut the deficit down to 2.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
The motion man is Johnson. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Stafford will throw here on 3rd and 1. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
That's caught over the middle by Johnson. The Lions call their 1st timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Again, it's Stafford. Quick throw here is complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter, and that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. It was Derek Barnes with the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
He'll get this out to the left flat. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now a give on the ground, and that'll go for a gain of about 4. Aiden Hutchinson, the former 1st rounder, in on the tackle. Third and a yard. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. That's caught, left side, it's complete. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Rodgers to throw. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually,
and he will dive into the end zone. Emmanuel Wilson, touchdown, Green Bay. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll come up here first and 10. Here's Stafford. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. Now a second down throw for Stafford. He works free, right side. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Lions. Using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Packers 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
How would you like to be a defender and see a guy like this coming full steam ahead, trying to barrel down on you? I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if I'm cut out for that, and you can see why. His ability to play through contact is just a lot to handle.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That's taken in.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here comes Greg Joseph and the field goal unit. This is going to be from 53 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers will cut the deficit down to 2.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. To the right side, that's St. Brown. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
2nd down, it's Stafford. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Stafford. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
The tight end going in motion to the left. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
To the air again, Stafford. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
One pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try and run here with Sanders. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Lions will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Packers offense ready to get back to work. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, Everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
They bring the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Packers set to kick this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Back to throw. Stafford. There's that man again. Another catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Straight ahead, it's Sanders. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Now a 1st down throw for Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. He's to the 25, and that'll give him lots of room. Out of bounds, up beyond the 30-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Rodgers. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
This brought him out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now it's Stafford. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Running is Sanders. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's complete. It's Sanders. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Putting the tight end in motion. Now a second down throw from Rodgers. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. One of the tight ends motions right. On first down, it's Stafford. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Quick throw here is complete. And the Lions are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Here's Sanders. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time with Sanders. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out, and the defense has it. A run up the middle, it's Sanders. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Stafford now on 3rd down. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Lions add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Packers offense make their way out to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Off the play fake, Rodgers. That's into the hands of Emmanuel Wilson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. Quickly to the outside and complete. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Packers.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. His throw left side is complete. Number 14 with a pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Rodgers going up top again. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here.
And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Packers! So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Sanders. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? The Lions offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it on the ground with Sanders. And some good blocking, springing him. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. They're going to go jet sweep on 3rd down. Packers going to use their final timeout now as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's the Lions punt team now, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
To the right side here, pass is caught. Look at that big guy rumble. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
Over the course of my career early on, there was a handful of guys that were downfield threats in the passing game, but they did a lot of stuff in the run game. They were really good extra pass protectors, and if you threw them the ball, they had very sure hands.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
3rd and goal for Aaron Rodgers. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
And what a finish this is shaping up to be, Mike. They somehow get the late touchdown with very little time left on the clock. And of course, now everybody knows what's coming. You've got to have your best 2-point, gotta have it play. You've been working on it all week. Let's see what they got.
And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta have it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.